Geography Marathon Part 5 6 etc. Name the Indian soil which is formed due to the weathering of basic igneous rocks. Ancient crystalline red soil, basic black soil, basic rock, ancient crystalline rocks থেকে red soil হয়, basic solidification of basic lava black soil, solidification of basic lava black soil. Two states of India where this type of soil is found. Black soils are sedentary soils in Deccan Plateau region and in states like Gujarat and Maharashtra. Black soils are sedentary soils in Deccan Plateau region and in states like Gujarat and Maharashtra. An important transported soil of India, transported alluvium, alluvial soil, soil that is rich in iron oxide, red soil, and laterite soil. Give geographical reasons. Terrace farming is an ideal soil conservation method for hilly areas. Terrace farming helps to prevent soil erosion by slowing down the flow of water and reducing the velocity of runoff. It reduces the amount of soil that is washed away during heavy rains. It also prevents the loss of nutrients and soil organic matter, thus maintaining soil fertility. But dry farming is preferred in areas of red soil. Regions that receive less than 75% centimeter of rainfall are suitable for dry farming. Red soil is porous and so does not retain moisture. So dry farming is preferred in areas where red soil is found. The porous and friable nature of red soil helps in dry farming. Wheat, rice, cotton, sugarcane, pulses, millet, oilseeds, tobacco are the crops grown in under a red soil. Next, wind is common agent of soil erosion in arid region. Cano. Arid regions are extensive flatlands with no or few vegetation cover. So the dry wind is able to erode the upper surface soil surface which becomes loose due to the absence of obstructions. Next, two ways in which man is responsible for soil erosion. For activities like construction work, plowing, cutting down trees, mining and deforestation, thumbing, slash and burn, overgrazing by livestock, quarrying, are the things that are responsible for soil erosion. How can deepening of bed help in preventing soil erosion? Soil erosion by floods can be checked by deepening the river beds, as deep river beds can stop overflowing of river water. By reducing the speed of the overflowing water, it greatly helps in preventing large scale soil erosion. Physical characteristics of laterite soil found in summits of eastern and western Ghats, formed under conditions of high temperature and heavy rainfall with alternate wet and dry periods. Hence, formation of laterite soil takes place strictly under monsoon sea conditions. Laterite soils lack fertility. Characteristics of laterite soil found in the summits of eastern and western Ghats, formed under the conditions of high temperature and heavy rainfall with alternative wet and dry periods. Hence, the formation of laterite soil takes place strictly under monsoon conditions. Laterite soils lack fertility. Next, monsoon conditions promote leaching of the laterite soil. It is used as building materials as hardens like iron when exposed to air. Monsoon conditions promote leaching of laterite soil. It is used as building materials that is hardens like iron when exposed to air. Red brown color is due to iron oxide. Coarse in texture, porous in nature. Coarse in texture, porous in nature. The laterite soil characteristics key found in summits of eastern and western Ghats formed under the conditions of high temperature and heavy rainfall with alternate wet and dry periods. Hence, the formation of laterite soil takes place strictly under monsoon conditions. Laterite soil lacks fertility. Monsoon conditions promote leaching of the laterite soil. Laterite soil is used as building material as it hardens like iron when exposed to air. Red brown color is due to the presence of iron oxide. Laterite soil is coarse in texture, porous in nature. Lalit loves Imli hates Potalima. Lalit laterite soil is rich in iron, poor in potash, lime and magnesium. Due to intensive leaching, laterite soil lacks in fertility but respond well to manuring and irrigation suitable for plantation crops like coffee, rubber, coconut. This soil supports grazing grounds and scrub forests. Found in এবার ল্যাটেরাইট সয়েল কোথায় পাওয়া যায়? তামিলনাড়ু, কর্ণাটকা, অন্ধ্রপ্রদেশ and parts of Kerala. Physical characteristics: coarse in texture, porous in nature. Coarse in texture, porous in nature. Heavy rainfall washes away the topsoil containing silica. রেড সয়েল ও ফ্রাইবল অ্যান্ড পোরাস, আবার ল্যাটেরাইট সয়েল হচ্ছে কোর্স ইন টেক্সচার, পোরাস ইন নেচার, আর রেড সয়েলস আর ফ্রাইবল অ্যান্ড পোরাস. Why does alluvial soil differ in texture? As it is formed by deposition of silt brought by rivers, soil differ in texture. Alluvial soil is supposed may composed of pure substances like silica, clay, and chalk. Coarse material is deposited in higher altitude areas in fine material is brought to the lower plain. Next, two cash crops that grow well in alluvial soil: sugarcane, jute, tobacco. Chemical property of black soil. Black Oishani loves Potali Imli. ক্যাল মিঠুন চক্রবর্তী হেডস প্রিয়াংশু হোর. ব্ল্যাক সয়েল ইজ রিচ ইন অ্যালুমিনিয়াম, লাইম, পটাশ, iron, calcium, magnesium carbonate, poor in phosphorus and humus. With reference to black soil, one crop that grows well in black soil: cotton. One chemical property of black soil, তা লেখা নেই. Chemical property লেখাই নেই, দেখতে হবে. Geographical reasons for the following: red soil requires irrigation কারণ red soil is coarse, porous, crumbly, friable, and water retaining capacity is less, so it requires irrigation. Afforestation prevents soil from getting eroded. Cano. By binding the soil with roots of the trees. Loss of soil cover can be counterbalanced by growing more trees and grass to bind the soil and prevent it from being eroded. By binding the soil with roots of the trees, loss of soil cover can be counterbalanced by growing more trees and grass to bind the soil and prevent it from being eroded. The roots of the trees and plants protect the soil against wind and water erosion by holding it in place. The roots of trees and plants protect the soil against wind and water erosion by holding it in place. Next, Indian Council of Agricultural Research ICAR committee divided the soil into major groups. This committee divided the soil into major groups. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research set up All India Soil Survey Committee by All India Soil Survey Committee in 1953. এবার laterite soil is red in color কেন? Due to the presence of iron oxide. Lalit loves Imli hates Potalima. Laterite soil is rich in iron and poor in potash, lime and magnesium. Next, soil erosion prevention বা soil conservation method. Planting of shelter beds of trees perpendicular to the direction of wind checks migration of sand dunes from the third desert. Shelter beds have been able to prevent coastal erosion. What is soil erosion? Causes of soil erosion. Sheet erosion, reel erosion. Duto cause. Sheet erosion. When there is torrential downpour in hilly regions, the steep slopes stimulate the erosive power of rain, causing the topsoil to loosen up. This eventually results in the removal of entire topsoil cover. A reel erosion की fast stream of water cuts narrow channels on the ground. They are called reels. A fast stream of water cuts narrow channels on the ground. They are called reels. Alluvial or black soil difference. Alluvial soil is a type of transported soil which is brought down by the agents of erosion. Black soil key type of residual soil which is formed by the denudation of lava rocks. Alluvial soil is pale brown in color, sandy in texture. Black soil varies in color from the black to chestnut brown, clayey in texture. Alluvial soil is a black soil is formed in situ. Alluvial soil is replenished by flood during rainy season. Alluvial soil is replenished by flood during rainy season. Next, gully erosion key. When the reels grow deeper and wider, they form gullies. When reels grow deeper and wider, they form gullies. When water gushes down, the gullies deepen to form ravines. Splash erosion key. When rainfall happens in conventional manner, soil is pulverized by the impact of heavy drops and hailstones. When rainfall happens in conventional manner, soil is pulverized by the impact of heavy drops and hailstones. Next, method of soil conservation: strip cropped and terraced farming. Primitive slash and burn or zooming has been replaced by band. Zooming has been replaced and banned by crop rotation or multiple cropping. Watershed management, contour plowing and contour budding. মানে কি কিভাবে soil conserve করা যায়? Strip cropped and terrace farming এর দ্বারা, primitive slash and burn method, and zooming should be replaced and banned by crop rotation or multiple cropping method. Watershed management should be there. Contour plowing and contour burning should be there. Areas where these take place: sheet erosion in the floodplains of Koshi, Damodar, Nilgiris, Himalayas, Gujarat, Rajasthan. Hilly regions like the Himalayas, the Nilgiris, and the floodplains of Brahmaputra rivers, Koshi rivers, Damodar, and Ganga rivers. Gully erosion, Chambal Valley. These gully erosions create areas of badlands which cannot be put to any use till soil restoration takes place. Gully erosion Chambal Valley te hoy. These gully erosions create areas of badlands which cannot be put to any use till soil restoration takes place. Reel erosion কি? বীরভূম রিল ইরোশন পাওয়া যায় বীরভূম ডিস্ট্রিক্ট অফ ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল, পাঞ্জাব আর শিওয়ালিক্সে. This type of erosion occur when surface runoff water from small shallow channels or reels on the land. Splash erosion কি? উত্তর প্রদেশ and মধ্য প্রদেশে হয়, where soil is pulverized by the impact of heavy drops and hailstones, as in case of convectional rainfall. UP, Madhya Pradesh. Splash erosion ki Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, where soil is pulverized by the impact of heavy drops and hailstones, as in the case of convectional rainfall. UP and Madhya Pradesh. What is soil conservation? Methods of soil conservation in arid and semi-arid region. এটা একবার হয়ে গেছে সেই সেমি এরিড রিজিয়ন্স বোধহয় শেল্টার বেল্ট না এরিড অ্যান্ড সেমি এরিড রিজিয়নের মেথড অফ সয়েল কনজারভেশন আগে আগে হয়ে গেছে সয়েল কনজারভেশন ইজ অ্যান এফার্ট মেড বাই ম্যান to prevent soil erosion and retain the fertility of the soil. Arid and semi-arid regione কি হয় পদ্ধতি belts of trees মানে shelter belts and shrubs should be planted to check the velocity of wind ওই shelter belts and thus to prevent soil erosion. Shelter belts with rows of trees planted perpendicular to the direction belts of trees and shrubs should be planted. আবার শেল্টার বেল্ট আলাদা আবার বেল্টস অফ ট্রিজ অ্যান্ড shrubs should be planted. যাই হোক শেল্টার বেল্টস উইথ rows of trees planted perpendicular to the direction of wind help to reduce wind velocity and check migration of sand dunes from the third desert. River valleys prone to flood. Construction of dams across streams and rivers to regulate their flow helps to prevent flood. River valleys যেগুলো prone to flood সেখানে কি করতে হবে construction of dams across streams and rivers to regulate their flow helps to prevent flood. Name the soil which is good for the cultivation of sugarcane. Black and alluvial soil are good for the cultivation of sugarcane. K acidic in nature, laterite. K occurs XC2, transported XC2 soil is alluvial soil. What is soil erosion? Two steps taken to prevent soil erosion. Growing more trees to bind the soil and prevent it from being eroded. Growing more trees to bind the soil and prevent it from being eroded. Growing cover crops after harvest for the benefit of soil. Growing cover crops after harvest for the benefit of soil. Contour ploughing which prevents washing away of sediments. Contour ploughing prevents washing away of sediments. Plugging of gullies, construction of dams. Terrace farming, strip cropping, crop rotation and multiple cropping, limiting the time of herds grazing in one area. Shelter belts with rows of trees planted perpendicular to the direction of wind help to reduce wind velocity. তাহলে soil erosion কি আর কি কি ভাবে soil erosion কে prevent করা যায়? Growing more trees to bind the soil and prevent it from being eroded. এবার growing cover crops after harvest for the benefit of soil. Contour ploughing which prevents washing away of sediments. Plugging of gullies. Construction of dams. Terrace farming. Strip cropping. Crop rotation and multiple cropping. Limiting the time of herds grazing in one area. Shelter belts with rows of trees planted perpendicular to the direction of winds helps to reduce wind velocity. Next, similarities between red and laterite soil. Presence of iron oxide in both types of soil, so they are red in color. Both are not moisture retentive. Similarity ki red আর laterite soil presence of iron oxide in both types of soil, so they are red in color. Both are not moisture retentive. Alluvial soil differs in texture. Alluvial soil exhibits a coarser texture in the upper regions of river valleys. This occurs because the swiftly flowing rivers efficiently carries away the eroded particles. However, as the river progresses to lower regions, its speed diminishes. In this reduced flow, soil particles undergo attribution বা যেটাকে বলে ক্ষয়, resulting in finer soil texture. এবার ক্রপস কি কি রেড সয়েলে হয়? মেজ, রাইস, মিলেটস, টি, কটন, সুগার কেন, ক্যাশিউ নাট। রেড সয়েল, রেড পটা ইমলি, হেট নীলি। Red soil is rich in potash and iron. Red soil is poor in nitrogen and lime. Not moisture retentive, formed due to weathering of ancient crystalline and metamorphic rocks like granite and genesis. Red soil is formed in situ. Red soil crops: maize, wheat, cashew nut, pulses, millets, tea, cotton. Red soil is found in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, parts of Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Jharkhand. Red in color because red soil is a mixture of no, because of high iron content. Red soil is found in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and parts of Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Jharkhand. Red soil is red in color because of its high iron content. Red soil is a mixture of clay and sand. Red soil is porous and fragile in nature, not fertile. Black soil does not get leached. Cano. Black soil resists leaching due to its clay and sticky composition, enhancing moisture retention. This quality prevents rain from washing out essential silicates, contributing to soil's fertility. Black soil is formed due to disintegration of basic lava or disintegration of basalt sheets. Black soil is formed in situ. Black soil is formed in situ. Color is black to chestnut brown. Black soil is moisture retentive. Khadar is more fertile than Bhangar. কেন? খাদার নিউয়ার অ্যালিভিয়াম, ভাঙ্গার ওল্ডার অ্যালিভিয়াম। খাদার হচ্ছে ফাইন ইন টেক্সচার, ভাঙ্গার হচ্ছে কোর্স ইন টেক্সচার। এর আগে কিন্তু এটা একবার পাওয়া গেছিল, ভালো করে ছিল না, এটাই খুব ভালো আছে। খাদার নিউয়ার অ্যালিভিয়াম, ভাঙ্গার ওল্ডার অ্যালিভিয়াম। খাদার ফাইনার ইন টেক্সচার, ভাঙ্গার কোর্স ইন টেক্সচার. Khadar more fertile as it gets replenished by flood every year, Bhangar less fertile. Next, inland alluvium or deltaic alluvium a difference. Inland alluvium soil is dry, soil is sandy and coarse, soil is porous. Deltaic alluvium soil has more moisture, soil is clay and finer in texture, soil is compact. Inland alluvium soil is dry, soil is sandy and coarse, soil is porous. Deltaic alluvium soil has more moisture, soil is clay and finer in texture, soil is compact. Definitions of seed erosion, soil conservation, and in situ. Where there is torrential downpour, hilly regions, the steep slopes stimulate erosive power of rain. The topsoil becomes loose and eventually the entire topsoil gets washed away. This type of erosion is common in Himalayas, Nilgiri Hills. কি রে? সবকটা ডেফিনিশন তো লেখা নেই। ইন সিটু এই সিট ইরোশন, ও এটাই শীট ইরোশন, সরি। When there is torrential downpour in the hilly region, the steep slopes stimulate erosive power of rain. The topsoil becomes loose and eventually the entire topsoil gets washed away. This type of erosion is common in Himalayas and Nilgiri Hills. এবার soil conservation কি? Effort made by man to prevent soil erosion to retain the fertility of soil. Soil is important for our national economy as productive soil ensures prosperity in agriculture, industrial development, and general economic development. Efforts made by man to prevent soil erosion to maintain the fertility of the soil. Soil is important for our national economy as productive soil ensures prosperity in agriculture, industrial development, and general economic development. In situ key is formed where it is found. It is not moved from original place of deposition. It has not moved from original place of deposition. For example, black soil. Exutuski formed off-site or away from its source or origin. For example, alluvial soil. Shifting cultivation key. System of cultivation in which plots of forest land are cleared of vegetation and cultivated temporarily for few years. When fertility declines, the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves on another plot. Characteristics of black soil key. Characteristics of red soil. Black soil or regur soil is volcanic origin. Is of volcanic origin. The Deccan Plateau is now constitutes of multiple. The Deccan Plateau constitutes of multiple layers of solidified basalt sheets which have been subsequently eroded to form black soil. This soil is formed by disintegration of lava rocks, especially basalt. Black soil is formed in situ, means it is found in area where it is formed. তাহলে black soil, black cotton soil or regur soil is of volcanic origin. The Deccan Plateau constitutes of multiple layers of solidified basalt sheets which have been consequently eroded to form black soil. This soil is formed by disintegration of lava rocks, especially basalt. Black soil is formed in situ means it is found in the area where it is found. Formed in the area where it is found. About geographical terms for the following. The process by which soluble minerals dissolve in rainwater and percolate to the bottom, leaving the topsoil infertile, leaching. The process by which rainwater flowing in definite paths removes the topsoil, thus causing deep cuts to the surface of the land, gully erosion. Their definition pedogenesis. The process of soil formation. Soil develops over millions of years. The process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. Soil is formed from the weathering of parent rock materials which combine with decomposed vegetal and animal remains, enhancing the fertility of the soil. Humus refers to the organic matter present in the soil. It mainly comprises dead and decomposed plant and animal remainings, which adds to the fertility of the soil. Bhangar soil. Bhangar refers to the older alluvial soil found in the lower Ganga plain of India. This soil is typically rich in minerals and nutrients, making it suitable for agriculture, but it is less fertile than Yangar Khadar. Bhangar is coarse in texture. Bhangar has calcareous concentrations called কাঁকড়স and is coarse in texture found in Indo-Gangetic plains. কি বলছে ভাঙ্গার refers to the older alluvial soil found in the lower Ganga plain of India. This soil is typically rich in minerals and nutrients, making it suitable for agriculture, but it is less fertile than Yangar Khadar. Bhangar is coarse in texture. Bhangar has calcareous concentration called kakars and is coarse in texture, found in Indo-Gangetic plains. Geographical reasons. Alluvial soil is extremely fertile. Alluvial soil is extremely fertile because it is rich in potash, humus, lime. It is clayey in nature and has high water holding capacity, making the soil fertile. Reforestation should be practiced extensively. Reforestation should be practiced extensively in order to compensate for the large scale deforestation occurring because of industrialization and other factors which would certainly result in soil erosion and land degradation. Methods of controlling soil erosion: planting trees, terrace farming, crop rotation, shelter beds, construction of dams. Give geographical reasons for different regions have different kinds of soil, because different regions have different parent rock materials and climatic conditions. That is the reason because different regions have different kinds of soil. Black soil is good for cotton. Cano black soil is good for cotton because it has high water retentive capacity. Black soil rich in aluminium, lime, potash, iron, calcium, magnesium carbonate. Give a reason for the conservation of soil as a natural resource, afforestation and planting of trees for preventing erosion. Name the soil that is good for the cultivation of cashew. Laterite soil, the soil that covers almost all of West Bengal. Alluvial soil, the soil which is a result of leaching. Laterite soil. Next, transported and in situ soil. Difference: transported soil. It is a soil carried elsewhere than the parent rock by the agent like water. Alluvial soil is transported soil or ex situ soil. In situ soil, if the soil remains at the place of its origin, it is called in situ soil. In situ with the black soil. Next, process by which laterite soil is formed. One disadvantage of laterite soil. Laterite soil is formed by leaching of lateritic rocks under the condition of high temperature and heavy rainfall with alternate dry and wet periods. Leaching is the process by which silica percolate down the soil profile. This renders the topsoil infertile. Disadvantage: it is highly acidic, which makes laterite soil unsuitable for agriculture. Laterite soil, two states where red soils found. Two states where red soil found. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, parts of Kerala, Karnataka. Two advantages of red soil. Red soil is found in at a laterite soil. At a red soil found, laterite soil found. Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, parts of Kerala, Karnataka. Laterite soil এগুলো পাওয়া যায়। আর red soil কোথায় পাওয়া যায়? Red soil is found in Bihar, Goa, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha. Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha. Red soil advantages: responds well to manuring and irrigation, has high iron oxide content, it is suitable for dry farming. Red soil is suitable for dry farming. Red crops in red soil: rice, wheat, millets, pulses. Two methods of controlling erosion of soil caused by running water. Two methods controlling erosion caused by running water: terrace farming, construction of dams. Difference between alluvial soil of northern plains and coastal plains. Northern plains or coastal plains are different. Northern plains, Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, plains of Ganga and Brahmaputra, coastal plains which are along the eastern and western coasts of India. Northern plains spread over a very large area. Coastal plains found in narrow strips. Northern plains very deep and thick soil. Coastal plains shallow and less thick. Northern plains extremely fertile. Coastal plains moderately fertile. Black soil is largely where is leaf season or reason why black soil is largely found in Deccan Trap region. Black soil is largely found in Deccan Trap regions because it is the in situ and it is formed by the erosion of multiple layers of solidified basalt sheets, and it lies at the place of origin over the parent rock. Next, what is soil erosion? Soil erosion by winds is very common in arid regions because receive no or very scanty rainfall, so it is devoid of vegetation cover. Roots of uh, roots of roots of plants hold the soil firmly in its place. In absence of vegetation cover, soil particles becomes loose and can be easily moved by high velocity of winds. Even natural vegetation. India has lost 2.33 million hectares of tree cover since the year 2000. This is equivalent to 6% decrease in tree cover during this period. Mention two causes of decrease in forest cover. Decrease in forest cover কারণ কি? এই যে কারণ ICEC 2025 causes of decrease in forest cover. Large scale deforestation occurs to clear land for farming, leading to the loss of forest. প্রচুর এগ্রিকালচারের জন্য ফরেস্টকে কেটে ফেলতে হচ্ছে। লার্জ স্কেল ডিফরেস্টেশন অকার্স টু ক্লিয়ার ল্যান্ড ফর ফার্মিং লিডিং টু দ্য লস অফ ফরেস্টস। Urbanization and infrastructural development. Rapid urban growth leads to deforestation as forests are cleared for housing, roads, and commercial building. এবার ট্রপিক্যাল এভারগ্রিন ফরেস্ট। এভারগ্রিন এলিজাবেথ লাভস গুরজান। গুরজান মানে গুর্জারি তরি শুনতে ভালোবাসে। ব্যাম্বু, ইবনি, রাবার, শিশাম, টুন, ছাপলাস, কেন্স, রোজউড, আয়নউড, মিহগনি। বলছে এভারগ্রিন এলিজাবেথ মানে ট্রপিক্যাল এভারগ্রিন ফরেস্ট লাভস গুরজান, ব্যাম্বু, ebony, রাবার, শিশ্যাম, ছাপলাস, কেন্স, রোজউড, আয়নউড, মেহগনি। তাহলে এভারগ্রিন এলিজাবেথ লাভস গুরজান 1, ব্যাম্বু 2, ebony 3, রাবার 4, শিশাম 5, টুন 6, chappal 7, cane 8, rosewood 9, ironwood 10, mahogany 11. Tropical deciduous forest মানে tidy dominant loves Arjun Palas Mahua. He loves Arjun Palash Mahua. আরও স্যান্ডেলউড নিম দিয়ে চান করে, শাল দিয়ে ফার্নিচার বানায়, ইটস জ্যাকফ্রুট, জামুন, ম্যাঙ্গো, মাইরোবালান, সিমাল। এবার ট্রপিক্যাল ডেজার্ট ফরেস্ট মানে ট্রেচারাস দানিশ ইউজেস বাবুল টুথপেস্ট, ইটস ডেট পালম, প্লাম, খয়ের, নিম, বেড়, কিকার। ট্রেচারাস দানিশ ইটস বাবুল টুথপেস্ট আর খয়ের খায়, মানে পানে খয়ের খায়, খেজুর খায়, নিম খায়, বেড় খায়, কিকার খায়। এবার লিটোরাল ফরেস্ট লতা ইজ সুন্দরী মানে লিটোরাল ফরেস্টে সুন্দরী ট্রিজ পাওয়া যায়। শি বেডস উইথ কেওড়া, গুরজান, হিমতাল। এগুলো দিয়ে চান করে কেওড়া, গুরজান, হিমতাল। গুর্জারি তরীয় লতা গায় আর কেওড়া আর হিমতল দিয়ে চান করে। মাউন্টেন ফরেস্ট মোস্তাক সিটস অন চির পাইন, লরেল, দেওদার, ওক, সিলভার ফার, সিনকোনা, সেডার, জুনিপার, ম্যাগনোলিয়া। মোস্তাক সিটস অন চির পাইন 1, লরেল 2, দেওদার 3, ওক 4, সিলভার পাইন 5, সিনকোনা 6, সেদার 7, জুনিপার 8, ম্যাগনোলিয়া 9। এবার conservation method that can be used to increase forest cover. Indiscriminate deforestation should be prohibited by law. Slash and burn agriculture should be declared as illegal. Next point, reforestation should be undertaken through programs like Van Mahotsav. Large scale afforestation should be done in areas unfit for agriculture. Planting trees around industries to form a green belt helps to control pollution level as well as increase area under forest. Prevention of overgrazing and illegal logging should be taken up seriously. Use of will wood can be avoided by switching over to alternative sources of energy such as biogas and hydel power. This will not only conserve forest but will reduce air pollution as well. Forest fires should be prevented. Fire line should be maintained to arrest the spread of forest fire. Rising awareness amongst the local communities in ensuring the involvement of local people in forest conservation. Thus, Van Mahotsav, special social forestry and agroforestry form effective tools of forest conservation. তাহলে forest conservation methods that can be used to increase forest cover key indiscriminate for deforestation should be prohibited by law. Slash and burn agriculture should be declared as illegal. Reforestation should be undertaken through programs like Van Mahotsav. Large scale afforestation should be done in areas unfit for agriculture. Planting trees around industries to form a green belt helps to control pollution level as well as increase area under forest. Prevention of overgrazing and illegal logging should be taken up seriously. Use of wood can be avoided by switching over to alternative sources of energy such as biogas and hydro power. This will not only conserve forest but will reduce air pollution as well. Forest fires should be prevented. Fire lines should be maintained to arrest the spread of forest fire. Raising awareness amongst the local communities in ensuring the involvement of local people in forest conservation. Thus, Van Mahotsav, social forestry, and agroforestry form effective tools to get forest conservation. Evergreen Elizabeth, ebony, bamboo, gurjan, cane, shisham, rosewood, sandalwood, ironwood, mahogany, toon, rubber, chapla. Climatic conditions suitable for the development of tropical evergreen forest. High temperature above 25 degrees centigrade, heavy rainfall 200 centimeter or more annually. These forests are found in hot and wet areas where relative humidity is usually more than 70%. These forests are found in Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Andaman, and Nicobar Islands. There is no fixed season for shedding leaves. Dense growth of trees occur in mixed stands, making it difficult for the exploitation of these forests for commercial purposes. These forests are found in parts of Kerala, Karnataka, Maharashtra. Due to its thick growth, the sunlight does not penetrate through the canopy. Trees are tall with broad leaves and hard wood. Rosewood, ebony, and mahogany are sources of hardwood, which is tough, durable, and fine grained, making them extremely suitable for making expensive furniture. About difficulty in exploitation cano. Dense forests and mixed stands so difficult for exploitation. Hauling of logs is difficult. HAULING, hauling of logs is difficult. Tangled mass of climbers and canes also impede transportation of logs. Tangled mass of climbers and canes also impede the transportation of logs. About tropical deciduous are tropical desert. Tropical deciduous tidy Dominic, tropical desert, treacherous Danish. Tropical deciduous receives rainfall typically 70 to 200 centimeter annually with a dry season. Tropical desert Danish receives very low rainfall less than 50 centimeter annually with extreme high temperature. Tropical deciduous Dominic trees shed their leaves during the dry season towards, to conserve moisture. Tropical desert plants have adaptations like thick, fleshy stems, small or no leaves, and deep roots to conserve water. Tropical deciduous but Dominic, these forests are relatively dense with variety of tree species, neem, people, etc. Tropical desert plants have adaptations like thick fleshy stems, small or no leaves, and deep roots to conserve water. And tropical desert bar Danish. This is a sparse vegetation with scattered shrubs, thorny bushes, and succulents. প্রথমটা হচ্ছে রেইনফল নিয়ে, তারপরের পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে ট্রি শেড দেয়ার লিভস ডিউরিং ড্রাই সিজন টু কনজার্ভ ময়েশ্চার। আর দানিশ হচ্ছে প্লান্টস হ্যাভ অ্যাডাপ্টেশনস লাইক থিক ফ্লেশি স্টেম, স্মল অর নো লিভস অ্যান্ড ডিপ রুটস টু কনজার্ভ ওয়াটার। Tropical deciduous, these forests are relatively dense with variety of tree species যেমন নিম, পিপল। আর ট্রপিক্যাল ডেজার্ট হচ্ছে দানিশ, দিস ইজ আ sparse vegetation with scattered scrubs, thorny bushes and succulents, for example acacia or cactus. But tropical deciduous crops are tropical desert crops. অর্জুন, পলাশ, মহুয়া, ম্যাঙ্গো, জ্যাকফ্রুট, জামুন, টিক, শাল, স্যান্ডেলউড, নিম, সিমাল, মাইরোবালান, এগুলো হচ্ছে টপিক্যাল ডেসিডুয়াস ক্রপস। আর টপিক্যাল ডেজার্ট ক্রপস বাবুল, খয়ের, কিকার, বের, ডেট প্লাম। Give two reasons for the great diversity of natural vegetation in India. Varied climatic conditions. India experiences a wide range of climatic conditions from tropical in the south to temperate and alpine in the north. Differences in temperature and rainfall influences the type of vegetation. How forests help in maintaining air quality. Absorption of carbon dioxide. Trees absorb carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, reducing greenhouse gases and helping to combat climatic change. Release of oxygen. Forests release oxygen into the atmosphere, which is essential for the survival of human beings. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. Animals, including humans, need this oxygen for respiration. Thus, forests help to purify the air. Moreover, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Every year, humans add a huge amount of carbon dioxide by burning fossil fuels, which are contributed to the steady rise of global atmospheric temperature. Hence, increase in forest cover will help to reduce the rate of global warming. Two reasons for great diversity of natural vegetation in India. Diverse landforms. India has a varied topography including mountains, plateaus, plains, and coastal areas. These landforms affect the soil types, water availability, and altitude, leading to a diverse natural vegetation across the country. Next, ICAC 2024 tropical monsoon forest useful for the Indian economy. মানে tidy Dominic and তথাগত same. মানে tropical deciduous বা tropical monsoon, tidy Dominic বা তথাগত মুখার্জি। Tropical monsoon forest and tropical deciduous are the same, found in areas of seasonal rainfall ranging between 100 to 200 centimeter. Temperature ranges 25 degrees centigrade to 27 degrees centigrade. Humidity is of 50 to 80%. Why helps in economy? Hardwood supply provide durable wood for furniture and construction work. Raw materials supply raw materials like wax, gum, lac, resin for industries. Medicinal use. Many tropical trees and plants have medicinal properties, and their extracts are used in pharmaceutical industries for producing medicines. Also contribute to livestock rearing, offer materials for handicraft production and used to make perfumes, cosmetics, and soaps. Economically, these are the most important forests. The timber obtained from deciduous trees is in demand. The trees here tend to occur in pure stands, hence, exploitation of this forest is easy as a particular species of tree is found over a large area. India experiences the tropical monsoon type of climate, hence, the monsoon forest is the most widespread in our country. Neem leaves and oil is used for medicinal purposes. Mention the climatic condition leads to that led to the development of tropical desert vegetation. High or average temperature ranging from 25 degrees centigrade to 27 degrees centigrade. Rainfall less than 25 centimeter. Humidity less than 50%. Harsh conditions support sparse vegetation such as thorny bushes, xerophytes, cacti, adapted to survive in arid environments. Characteristic features of desert vegetation. Plants are xerophytic in nature in order to withstand dry conditions prevailing all year round. The plants develop adaptive features like they have long roots to draw water from. Underneath, some plants have small waxy leaves so that less water is lost by transpiration. Leaves are modified into hard thorns and sharp spines that conserve water as well as protect plants from grazing animals. Plants have thick, fleshy stems to store water. Trees like babul, beed, neem, date palm, khoir, kikar uses babul yields gum that is used for various treatments. Its bark provides material for tanning hides and skin. Kikar used for medicinal purpose. Bear yields fruit that can be consumed raw or is in pickled form. Timber is tough and durable. Every part of date plum tree is useful. It is nutritious. Food, valuable timber and leaves to weave basket. Why mountains have varied vegetation? Montane or mountain forests are found in slopes of mountains. As temperature falls with elevation, the cold, dry climate in the region strongly affect the growth of vegetation. Noticeable change in tree species occur with elevation due to changes in temperature and rainfall conditions. Mean annual temperature ranges between 11 degree to 14 degree centigrade. Rainfall is 150 centimeter to 300 centimeter. Mountains have varied vegetation because temperature and rainfall changes as the altitude changes, influencing the type of vegetation found at different heights. Mountains have varied vegetation because temperature and rainfall changes as the altitude changes, influencing the type of vegetation found. As a different মানে ভেজিটেশন ডিফারেন্ট হাইটে পাওয়া যায়। এবার silt like or aerial roots are a typical feature of littoral forest. Littoral or tidal forest aerial roots are a unique feature of trees of tidal forests. The marshy grounds of tidal forest has very compact soil that is inundated with saline water, which makes it difficult for roots to respire. Therefore, the plants grow roots above the ground to absorb oxygen and survive in soft and shifting mud. Silt like aerial roots are regulable pneumatophores are a typical feature of desert vegetation in littoral forest. Are a typical feature of the vegetation in littoral forest. These roots grow vertically upwards above the soil to obtain water for respiration. This obtain water. This is because to obtain oxygen for respiration. To obtain oxygen for respiration. This is because Swampy plants are submerged underwater during most of the times and the soil is extremely clayey, compact and devoid of oxygen. Next, the tropical evergreen forests do not look bare at any time of the year. Because trees of tropical evergreen forest remain green throughout the year, they are adapted to the continuous and evenly distributed rainfall, preventing a complete shedding of leaves at any time. সারা বছর বৃষ্টি হয় তাই কমপ্লিট শেডিং অফ লিভস কোনো বছরের কোনো পার্টেই হয় না. How has the rising population of India resulted in the loss of forest cover? Due to increased demand for agricultural land, resulting in deforestation to accommodate crop production and the expansion of settlements. Decreased urbanization, industrialization have resulted in encroachment on forested areas, causing them to dwindle. Mention two forest conservation methods that may be adopted to protect the forest. Afforestation and reforestation, which involve planting trees on previously barren or deforested lands. Social forestry, involving local community in tree planting and forest management activities to ensure substantial use and protection of forest resources. To protect forests from fire, a strip of land between the two sections of forest is cleared to prevent the spread of fire. This is called fire line. Silviculture means timber farming, preparing the soil to grow trees at the same time and so that all the trees mature together. Which type of forest is ICC 2023? Which type of forest is mostly found in coastal areas of India? Littoral forest. The tidal forest occur in delta regions, estuaries, creeks, and are prone to tidal influence. Because they are found in areas flooded by tides, these trees can survive in fresh brackish water. How forests protect the environment? Forests are the moderators of climate. They play an effective role in controlling humidity, temperature, and precipitation. Forests play a dominant role in carbon cycles. They absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide and helps in maintaining the purity of air and controlling atmospheric pollution. Forests help in controlling soil erosion and soil degradation and floods. That is why they are very helpful in land reclamation and flood control. Mention two ways in which tropical desert vegetation has adapted to the environment. Many plants in tropical deserts have thick, fleshy leaves or stems that store water. These plants are known as succulents and they can survive long periods of drought by drawing on these water reserves. Succulents ki many plants in tropical deserts have thick fleshy leaves or stems that store water. These plants are known as succulents and they can survive long period of droughts by drawing on these water reserves. Reduced leaves key to minimize water loss. Some plants in tropical deserts have reduced the size or number of their leaves. Instead, they use their stems or trunks to carry out photosynthesis. Deep roots key to access water that is deeper underground. Some plants in tropical deserts have developed deep root systems. These roots can penetrate several meters in search of underground water sources. Waxy cuticle. Many plants in tropical deserts have developed waxy cuticles on their leaves to reduce water loss through transpiration. In which natural vegetation belt is Sundari trees found? They are found in mangrove forests. Littoral forest characteristic features: rainfall 200 centimeter, temperature 22 degrees centigrade, সুন্দরী ট্রিজ কেওড়া হিন্টাল গর্জন এগুলো পাওয়া যায়. Tidal forests occur in delta regions. Uh, they are wetland forests adapted to growing in soil that is periodically flooded with water. এটা সেই জায়গাতেই হয় যেখানে periodically flooded with water. Mangrove vegetation forms an integral part of the forest, thus salt marshes, tidal creeks, estuaries, mud flats, and such areas of coastal areas have been abounded in mangrove vegetation. These forests are dense and impenetrable. The trunks of these trees are supported by a large number of stilted roots which are underwater during high tides. At low tides, when water recedes, the roots become visible. They have a high degree of salt tolerance. They are valuable source of fuel wood. Why is tropical deciduous forest commercially the most exploited forest belt of India? Tropical deciduous forests are commercially the most exploited because rich in natural resources. They are rich in natural resources such as timber, medicinal plants, and wildlife, which make them a target for commercial exploitation. Agricultural potential. The soil in this region is fertile and suitable for agriculture. Hence, many forest areas are cleared to make an agriculture patches, which is a major cause of deforestation in these regions.